It was definitely weird because I've never shared a room before. So for a little bit, it was kind of weird to be sleeping in the same room as somebody. But I remember the beginning of last semester, which was my first semester, it was kind of comforting because both of us were new. She was from New England as well. So both of us didn't know anybody and both of us didn't know our way around. So we kind of stuck together for the first couple weeks, just as like comfort to make our way through things and do things that were kind of awkward to do by yourself, like going to events and orientation and stuff. Being with like someone you don't know is like a really good experience. And sometimes problems do arise, and not everybody gets along with their roommate. And that's what RAs are for, and people who are on the like upperclassmen who are on the floors to help, so that when you have an issue, you can go to them, and it doesn't have to be this whole big thing. You can kind of just like solve it right there.
It was so strange being like put in the same room with someone completely different from I am, different identity, different desires, different lifestyles. When something came up that bothered me or something came up that bothered her, sort of just talking it out was something that was difficult. But we finally got to a point where like, okay, let's just talk it out. Let's just say what needs to be said, which I was so thankful for, because we did have other friends that were in the hall that just, they weren't able to talk it out, and it became a huge thing. So just take that time for the two of you or the three of you, however many there are in that room, to just talk about things that most likely are going to come up, situations that you think could come up.
Good people skills in general just kind of help with being able to have a roommate, and just how you talk to them, how you carry yourself. Like as soon as you like start acting like slobbish, then it ruins it for everybody else, and it makes it like real enjoyable, and it makes it disgusting. Like you just have to be able to work with other people, see other people's point of view, see how they like might be seeing something.
I got really, really lucky with my roommate. We get along really well. We have a lot in common. I don't think I would have done like as many things, like gotten involved with as many like activities if it weren't for her. I guess my advice to people in terms of roommates would be like, try to meet them before you move on campus. Once you've moved on campus, you kind of like get into your routine, and like you figure out each other's schedules, like when your busy days are and like when you're not doing as much. I guess my advice would just to be like coordinate, and like if something's not working out, like if it's a like minor issue, like tell your roommate, because then you can work through it together.
Freshman year, first semester, I was assigned a roommate, and we didn't get along at all. I'm just used to having a shared space and being considerate of others. So for me going in, I didn't think of much of it. I guess I assumed other people would be the same. You have to find ways to be polite and respectful, but at the same time get your point across. And for me, that was really hard at first because I'm not a super confrontational person, but just finding a way to make it work makes things 1,000 times better.